I arrived at the Moonlight Inn on a gloomy October evening, seeking solitude to finish my novel. The ancient hotel's Victorian charm had lured me in, but room 237 was the only one available. They warned me it had a reputation, but I scoffed at superstitions. As I entered the room, a chill enveloped me, and I shivered despite the thermostat set to 75 degrees. The wallpaper, faded roses long past their prime, whispered secrets of long-gone guests. Ignoring the unsettling atmosphere, I unpacked and settled at my desk to work. Around midnight, as I typed feverishly, I heard it, the soft, mournful sound of a woman sobbing. My heart raced, and I searched the room, finding nothing amiss. My logical mind dismissed it as the creaking of an old building. But the next night, the cries returned, louder, more pained. I peered into the hallway, but it was empty. Cold sweat dampened my brow. Had they given me a room next to someone in distress? The third night, I awoke to find the room plunged into darkness. The digital clock on the bedside table glowed eerily. 3:33 a.m. A frigid breeze swept through, extinguishing the candles I'd lit for comfort. I fumbled for the switch, but the room remained black. Then I saw her, a woman in a tattered white nightgown. Her spectral form glided toward me, her eyes pools of sorrow. I opened my mouth to scream, but no sound came out. The room reeked of decay, and my terror reached a peak. With an agonizing effort, I forced my eyes shut, begging for morning. The following day, I demanded to be moved to a different room, but the manager's face paled when I mentioned 237. "No one stayed there in years," he said. "It's been locked since the incident." His reluctance only fueled my curiosity. Researching the inn's history, I uncovered a tragic tale. A young woman named Eleanor had died in that very room in 1923, her life cut short by a broken heart. The sobs I'd heard were undoubtedly hers. Determined to confront this spectral torment, I returned to 237 that night, armed with candles and a sense of grim purpose. As the clock struck midnight, the cries began anew. I lit the candles, casting eerie shadows on the wallpaper. "Eleanor, why are you here?" I asked, my voice trembling. The room seemed to quiver as her mournful voice echoed, "I wait for him, for my love to return." I glanced around, my senses heightened. Then, in the dim candlelight, I saw it, a faded photograph on the desk. A man with a kind face, frozen in time. Eleanor's lost love, perhaps. "I can help you find him," I offered, my fear replaced with compassion. The room trembled again, but this time it felt different, as if it were releasing a pent-up anguish. The air grew warmer and the sobs faded into gentle sighs. I sensed Eleanor's presence drawing closer. Days turned into weeks as I delved deeper into the past, discovering that Eleanor's love, a soldier named William, had gone missing in action during World War I. He never returned to her, and her grief had tethered her spirit to this room. With each night, Eleanor's appearances grew less menacing, more like a longing friend than a vengeful ghost. She shared stories of their love, their dreams, and the life they had planned together. It was a bittersweet connection that transcended time. Then, one fateful night, as I sat at the desk, Eleanor appeared in her ethereal form, but this time she wasn't alone. A misty figure stood beside her, a soldier in uniform. William. Tears welled in Eleanor's eyes as they embraced, a reunion spanning decades. I watched in awe as they faded away, their love finally reunited. Room 237 was never haunted again. The Moonlight Inn, once shrouded in darkness, became a place of warmth and healing. I finished my novel, inspired by a love that defied even death. But I knew I could never stay. I had been a temporary bridge between two worlds, a conduit for love's enduring power. As I packed my bags, I whispered a final farewell to the room where I had shared in Eleanor's sorrow and witnessed her ultimate, ghostly redemption.